Okay, everyone, and welcome back to my DDLC Purist Let's Play. Now, the first two parts just went up, and yes, the first one is split into two because of a stupid interruption, which shouldn't happen from now on, I hope. Let's hope it doesn't happen. So, yeah. Last part, we really started delving into well, it wasn't exactly crazy, but we got a bit further. We took Sayori out to a cafe where they had pizza for some reason, and I discussed how this is going to go. How this is going to go forward. How this is going to go going forward. So basically, I got this little like choice piece of paper here, which has all the choices for the rest of the route lined out. And I just finished with choice one, so I'm probably going to cross that out later. But for now, let's just I'm a bit unorganized, so let's just continue. Starting with that beautiful theme music. Dun, 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 dun. I gotta turn up. Right, where were we? Right, okay. So we were in a bit of a good emotional moment. We just left the cafe. It's then we see that we spent so much time chatting away that evening fell over the town even if we were outside. It's a beautiful nighttime. It's kind of chilly in the evening. She then looks at me with a focused gaze in her eyes. This is Sayori's theme, by the way. Rain clouds and, what was it? Rainbows, I think?
Oh, right. Isn't today the release of that manga you've been anticipating? If you leave me now and run to the store, you can still buy it before the store closes.
Well, the thought is tempting. I can tell Sayori is tired. Besides, I can't leave her now in good conscience. Of course not. My hobbies can wait until tomorrow. They definitely can. No, it's fine. Let's hurry on before we catch a cold. I'll walk you back. I see Sayori's cheeks reddened a bit.
Thanks. Truth be told, I'm a little scared of going home alone at night.
Same here. Plus, I'm beat. I gotta rest. I walk her all the way back to her house's doorstep.
Well, here we are.
I had fun with you today, Sayori.
It was fun for me as well, Alex, because you were with me.
Before I can reply, she hugs me tightly.
Thank you for making this a day I'll never forget.
I hug her back, feeling her warmth. I should thank you as well. I look forward. Oh yeah, right. We're going to the park tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Sweet dreams.
Good night.
We break apart, and I feel like I want to say something to her, but I can't quite find the words. Having wished her good night, I leave her and go back home. For some reason, I still feel cold. I keep shaking even when I lie down into my bed. I don't have much time to dwell on it, however, because I fall asleep like a light bulb that's been turned off. After a painful night full of nightmares, I wake up in cold sweat and my body feels like it's been battered by pro fighters all day long. I try to inhale, but my throat feels like it's been ground with sandpaper. Oh crap, why now? I cough violently and feel drained of energy. A bit of method acting. I rest my head against the pillow and try to open my eyes, but my eyelids feel incredibly heavy. This is bad. I promised Sayori I'd spend the day with her. As it stands, I don't even have the strength to reach out to my phone and call her. Oh, great, he's sick. Of course. Fuck's sake, dude. Of course, the life just hates you and has you get sick right on the day you wanted to spend more time with Sayori. Of course. Even so, she needs to know or she'll wait for me all day. I don't need to be a genius to know how badly she will take it if I don't show up without an explanation. She needs to know, yeah, definitely. I try to force my body to move enough to reach my phone, but it's futile. I feel weak and tired. Come on, reach her, dude! Even so, I have to force myself and bear the cold pain. I crawl like an oversized caterpillar to the edge of my bed and slap the phone down into my bedside, where it lands in my right hand. I quickly select Sayori from my contact list and call her. Before long, I hear a cheerful but sleepy voice on the other hand.
Alex, are you alright? It's still early morning.
I'm sorry if I woke you. I can't finally again.
Oh dear, that sounded awful.
Don't worry about me. I'm sure it's just a cold.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
I'm just calling to say that... My coughing is so bad that I don't even get a chance to finish my sentence before my finger slips and accidentally makes me end the call. Crap. My phone's almost dead as well. At this rate, I'll run out of battery if I try to call her again. I close my eyes and feel another nightmare enveloping me. In it, I see Sayori standing on the school rooftop, tears streaming down her face. She takes a step forward and... reach out to her and grab her by the arm before she can jump off. You know what's scary? is that actually might happen if you fuck one of the choices up. I'm serious. I'm serious. That actually happens, and you don't reach out and grab her arm that time. That is actually something that might happen if you fuck up one of the choices, especially the last one. Just as I do, black mist covers everything and the scene distorts. My eyes open and I'm filled with anxiety. My eyes struggle to stay open for much longer. They close again, and I see Sayori sitting on the floor of her room, covering her face with her hands and crying loudly. In the dream, I try to walk up to her, only to find myself unable to move. I try calling out to her, but my voice is gone. Eventually, she gets up and shows me her face to reveal a pair of red eyes that burn with hatred for me, failing her all these years. Just as she lunges at me with screams that she detests me for neglecting her for years, the dream distorts and changes again. Jesus Christ, dude, you have some terrible nightmares. First, the Sayori jumping off the school's rooftop, and then her basically trying to strangle you. I found myself alone in darkness. All I can hear is my own heartbeat. Then suddenly, I see Sayori walking towards me, asking me why I never supported her when she suffered, and why I only lived for myself. Yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, this is obviously never something that Sayori would do. Never, ever, ever. This is just his own worries. This is just Alex's own worries about what might happen if he fucks up and doesn't hang out with Sayori enough, doesn't spend enough time with her. He thinks that he failed her and that she's going to hate him forever. Of course, that's not going to be the case because we know Sayori too well. But he fears that might be the case. She then starts repeating the word why over and over again before the voice magnifies and duplicates. Oh, now I got like 5 Sayoris until there's an entire choir asking me why I was such a terrible friend to her. I'm sorry. I hear myself pleading with the voices, but they don't let up. They start accusing me, pointing to events in mine and Sayori's past where I could have helped her if only I knew of her condition at the time. Please forgive me. The voices aren't phased and say I don't deserve her kindness. Yeah, this is just his own self-hatred, just adding it on, taking the form of Sayori, which is just... Oh, great, this song again. At least it's not Rain Clouds, which was the first original song you heard other than the title theme. Oh boy. I wake up completely drenched in cold sweat. It seems like the shock of the last dream caused me to finally wake up. I feel tears running down my face and my entire body keeps switching between burning hot and freezing cold. As I breathe in relief for a moment and think about how terrible my predicament was, I realize that all my dreams were exclusively about me and Sayori. It's then that I hear the sound of footsteps down below. Yeah, she's come to your house. Cold horror grabs me as I realize that I forgot to lock the door last night before crashing into bed. The footsteps are coming closer. Wherever my intruder may be, they are clearly coming towards me. I know I'm defenseless in my current condition. There is no hope for me to escape either. I see my doorknob turning. My heart is beating fierce as I try to come up with the means of escape. It's then that I hear a familiar voice call out to me.
Alex?
It's Sayori. Of course it's Sayori. Who else would it be? Your neighbors. Of course you, after hearing you cough so incredibly violently over the phone and then suddenly hanging up, she knew, I have to go over there. Right now. Right now, I have to see if he's okay. He could be very hurt. He could be very sick. Of course that's what Sayori would do. That's like the first thing that came up in her mind after you hung up on her. She probably immediately ran out of her house and ran towards you as fast as she could. Or yeah, at least prepared something before she came. I sigh in relief as I see Sayori enter my room, carrying a tray with some tea. Sayori?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to enter your house without asking you, but luckily you forgot to lock the door last night.
I blink at her in confusion.
Did I startle you? I'm so sorry if I did.
I shake my head and she sighs in relief. Just, what are you doing here? How? Why?
I was worried about you. You sounded quite sick.
Sayori. So look at her, my head is overwhelmed with all kinds of thoughts and feelings.
Please don't tell me to leave. I won't.
Clench my fists. I know she speaks the truth. Even if I had the strength to force her away, I know Sayori can be stubborn as a mule when she wants to. She ain't leaving, buddy. She ain't leaving.
I've already called Monica and your homeroom teachers, too, telling them both you're sick.
And to think of it, I noticed she's not in her school uniform. She seems to have made the decision to skip school today to take care of me. And what about you? Would you get an absence?
Don't worry about me. I lied and told them I was feeling sick as well.
Why?
I want to be with you. You have nobody to take care of you, right?
Yeah.
Then it's settled. Just like you won't abandon me because of my condition, I won't leave you until you're recovered.
Please go home. I don't want you to get sick as well.
No can do. Besides, I won't get sick. I just have to believe that really hard, and I'll be A-okay.
Oh.
And, well, taking care of you makes me happy.
I don't know whether it's from my temperature or my awkwardness of the situation, but I feel my cheeks turning red hot. I appreciate it, Sayori. I'm a lucky guy to have a great friend like you. Sayori says nothing, but she seems to appreciate the compliment.
Let's not joke around now. Just trust me. I'll make you feel better.
She walks over to me, sits down in a chair and near my bed, and puts a hand on my forehead.
Okay.
She gently begins running her fingers down my neck.
I see.
Sayori? She sighs.
Thank goodness.
Hello, or to Sayori. She steps out of her trance and sighs.
You have a fever, but it doesn't seem all too serious. Give it a few days and you'll be back to normal.
I throw her a heavily confused look and keep opening and closing my mouth like a dazzled carp.
I just read a lot of books about medicine when I'm alone. Because of,
I nod without saying anything.
Anyway, just drink this for now.
She pours some tea into a cup and hands it to me. It's hot to the touch, and I nearly drop it as soon as I take hold of it. Eventually, I manage to put the liquid to my lips and gulp down a few sips. It really tastes. No sooner do I speak up than a terrible burning notion fills my throat. I cough violently and spill the tea over my bed sheets. Fire! It's a fire in my throat!
I'm sorry, did I make it too strong?
I merely nod. What the heck did you put in it?
Well, the book said that ginger tea works when you have a sore throat, so I looked through the fridge and found a bunch of ginger.
I feel nervous sweat roll down my back, furiously as I realize what she did. How much of that did you put in the tea?
An entire root?
Even though I'm in clear pain, I know that Sayori only wanted to help. The problem is that I was planning to throw the ginger away since it was past its expiration date. Sayori realizes that she made a mistake, and I can see her smile slowly fading and that her eyes are starting to darken.
I'm sorry. I tried to help, but of course I messed up.
She speaks in a much lower, harsher tone than I've ever heard before. Well, I appreciate it nonetheless.
Alex, I'm sorry. Maybe I should leave. I only made this worse.
As she's about to get up, I grab her hand. This gesture surprises her enough to make her hesitate, and I see her look down at me with an indescribable look in her eyes. Please don't leave. My voice is barely stronger than a whisper at this point.
Why? I'm just a nuisance.
She also lowers her voice and bites her lip to prevent herself from crying again.
I tried to help you, but I only made you feel worse. Like always.
I shake my head.
Alex.
I want you to stay.
Even if I'm useless? Even if I can't help you since I know almost nothing about how to treat illnesses and I'm so clumsy that I somehow end up making things worse?
I try to nod. Yes. The day has only just begun. It could still make it great. Sayori gasps and sits down. I look up, and judging from her expression, my words seem to have struck a chord in her heart. You can help me, just like I can help you. She says nothing. She's clearly deep in thought. Sayori?
How can I help you, Alex?
Well, for starters, I need some painkillers, but I can't get up. But more than that, I hear that people recover faster when they're happy.
Oh, right. Sorry.
She dashes off after I describe to her where to find the painkillers and returns less than a minute later with a glass of water and the medicine. After I gulp down to douse the fire in my chest and ease my overall pain, I lie down. Neither of us speaks, but even with my eyes closed, I can feel that Sayori keeps her gaze locked on me. All of a sudden, she breaks the silence.
I'm sorry if I got all negative there. I really don't know what came over me. It's just like this voice in my head keeps telling me I'm useless and worthless whenever I mess up.
I turn to face her, smile weakly, and stroke her hand with my fingers. I've just gotta make it shut up. If you can't do anything against it, I'll give it a go when I get better.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Why not? I can ask you the same thing right now. Why didn't you head to school when you heard I was sick?
You're my best friend. How could I let you suffer alone? I know that you have nobody else to take care of you right now.
I nod. Wouldn't you say you deserve the same kind of treatment? Sayori falls silent. Sayori?
I don't know. I really don't know. Do I really deserve that?
What do you mean?
She
seems to have a hard time finding the courage to put her feelings into words. You know you can tell me anything.
I don't know if I'm ready to tell you yet.
Sounds like she's in pain. Whatever is the reason for her mindset seems to be really personal to her. But on the other hand, this might be my only chance to find out the root of the problem. If I could learn what made her think this way, I could do something to help her. However, Sayori might break under pressure. I can see she wants to tell me, but... Oh shit, that's a choice I didn't write down. Look, we're just gonna do a bit of off-the-cuff editing. We're gonna do a bit off-the-cuff editing. Yeah, don't that, please. Oh god. Enjoy this. Alright? I won't cut this out because it's just, oh god, don't worry. Oh, I didn't, oh fuck. Oh god. I didn't, oh, I did not count on this. Oh, shut up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Find the choice. Find the choice. Come on. Come on. Get to the choice. Oh, I didn't think there was a choice there. Oh, I didn't write that one down. Come on, get to it. Move it. There we go. I don't think she's gonna tell regardless of what I pick anyway. Yeah, that seems like the nicest thing to do. Don't push yourself. Okay, that's not gonna happen again, I assure you. That was just really weird, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh god, I still can't. I'm sorry, but I want to make sure everything's perfect. I should have made this choice on my own.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't trust you, and I know you, of all people, deserves to know, but
Silly nod. I won't deny that I want to know, but you look really uncomfortable. This is clearly important to you, and I don't want you to force yourself to confess it if you feel you're not ready. I can and will wait, because I'm serious about wanting to help you. But for that to happen, I need to know why you think you have no worth.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
She sighs and shakes her head again.
I wish this wasn't so unfair.
I'm not going anywhere, Sayori.
I know. I promise. I'll tell you when I'm ready.
I feel my painkillers taking effect and my vision is getting blurry.
So, the medicine is starting to take effect?
Yeah.
Good. Take a nap. I'll wait for you to wake up.
Yeah, of course. We don't gotta push her, alright? We don't push her. Right, I should have just made that choice on my own. God, I'm such an idiot. I hope you can forgive me for that little thing. I just want to make sure everything turns out for my bun, okay? I just want everything to be okay, and I want the good ending, so... Okay, scratch that one off. I should have just picked that one immediately. Why didn't I do that?
Maybe then I'll have the courage to tell you.
Our voice grows more and more distant as my fatigue catches up to me and drags me to a dreamless sleep. Before long, I start to hear two voices, a boy and a girl's. However, I see nothing, and the voices sound like they're old recordings that are played from a broken tape. Hey, what's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing.
Huh? What happened to your knee?
I fell. I bruised myself and my stuffed toy.
Oh, its neck is broken. Hey, please don't cry.
He was my only friend.
In case it wasn't obvious, in case it's not entirely obvious right now, but this is a recalling of a memory he had with Sayori. So the boy is Alex and the girl is Sayori. Your only friend?
Uh-huh. Now what am I gonna do?
Let's go. I think we can fix him.
Really?
No sooner do I become aware of the meaning of the voices than they fade away, leaving only static noise in their place. I wake up with a strangely pleasant, nostalgic feeling in my chest. My fever feels slightly less severe, and I feel enough energy to move my body around a little bit, though I'm still in pain. I look at my alarm clock. Judging from the time, I must have slept for a good 6 hours. I notice that Sayori's gone. Is it just a dream that she came over to take care of me? No, it felt way too real to be a dream. As I wonder about the validity of my memories, I hear extremely loud off-key singing coming from downstairs, followed by a loud crash that can only mean one thing. Sayori's trying to cook. The end is nigh. I always love the humor between the emotional moments. It's great. I promise I will not look up another choice again, okay? I'll make the next choice, if I get one, purely off my own volition. If it's not already on the list, I'll make it by myself, because that was scummy of me, but I just want to make sure... that she gets the best ending possible, alright? Oh, it's lagging. Okay, so it's gonna be desynced for a bit, because of that stupid camera lag, so I hope you don't mind. So yeah, it's a bit desynced, but anyway. The singing soon becomes even louder, and I realize that she's on her way. I like the comedy in between the emotional moments. That really helps, you know. If there's constant heartache, then it's going to start getting repetitive and tiring. So if there's a little bit of comical levity in between those emotional moments, it really helps keep you engaged. So the writer obviously knows what he was doing, or what they were doing. I rise up and smile at her as she enters the room.
Oh, you're up. How are you feeling?
Compared to how I felt this morning, I feel a lot better.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Sayori is practically beaming from the news as she sits down in the chair next to me. Sayori beams!
You looked really peaceful in your sleep.
Yeah, I had a nice dream. I don't really remember the details, though.
That's good to hear.
What's up? She takes a deep breath.
About what I said before you went to sleep. I've been thinking, and I want you to know. Even if I'm scared, but I know I can't keep running away from my problems.
You're not alone, Sayori. There's nothing that can make me change my mind.
Well, this is going to be a long story. Don't fall asleep, okay? I'll be really upset if you do.
Don't worry, I'm wide awake, as you can see. She nods in acknowledgement and looks for words before she begins. Okay, so this is going to be a fairly long story, and I hope I can get it covered before I need to stop. But yeah, this is basically... Sayori is now going to cover her past, and how she came to be so depressed and think so little of herself.
I've always thought that I couldn't really matter. After all, how can somebody matter more than others? Aren't we all the same? You probably know this by now, but I never really had any friends when I grew up. Until I met you, that is.
I remember, you were always afraid I'd leave you behind or something like that. She nods.
Yes, well, I've always been aware of how selfish people are. It's wrong that so many people just live for themselves, even though we call it a society. I don't want to be like that. I want to make other people happy, especially those who suffer.
Is that why you got so attached to me when you were kids?
I won't deny it. It's at least part of the reason, or it was at first. Was at first, anyway. Wanting to help others is fine, but sadly, I didn't think about how the selfish people would treat me. No matter how much I tried to help them, they weren't satisfied. They wanted more. Worse, when I was done helping them back up, they'd often leave me behind.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's people taking our kindness for granted, and that's the worst thing you can do to someone like her. You should never ever take someone's kindness for granted. Especially when she began her whole happy Genki girl facade, people really start taking advantage of it. She suppresses a sob and wipes her tears away.
Eventually, I started to get tired. They never showed any gratitude, and once they saw signs of weakness in me, they'd turn against me. None of my friends cared enough to think about how much it hurts to always smile and stay positive every day.
Yeah, that can hurt like hell.
But if I didn't, they'd leave me. They'd spread rumors, they'd shut me out of their lives. That's why...
Before she could finish, I gathered my strength and hugged her tightly.
Thanks.
I'm not like those people, Sayori. I'd never exploit you for your kindness. And more importantly, I pulled slightly away from her just enough to see her face. I will never betray you like that. Her voice lowers down to a whisper.
Alex,
Even if I'm your only friend, you are not alone. I'm about to say something else when I realize our faces are only inches away from each other, just a little closer and we'd be kissing. Sayori notices this too and looks away in embarrassment. We break apart with both of us apologizing at the same time. I lie down again and she continues her story.
That's why I was so afraid to tell you, or anyone else. As for why I feel like I'm worthless, it's like there's some voice inside my head telling me that if I don't satisfy everyone, I don't deserve anything good.
But you know that's not true.
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I don't know if it was a good idea for me to ask you to join the literature club. I don't know if it was a good idea for me to tell you. I don't know. I'm so scared of losing you.
You won't lose me.
You don't understand. Even if you're here with me, you'll just end up finding someone.
Finding someone? Wait, is she?
I shouldn't feel this way. It's wrong.
It's not wrong. Sayori.
I've gotten so used to always being left behind or exploited. I can't even imagine a happy future. I don't deserve it.
You deserve happiness. You won't be exploited or left behind. Oh, I really need to wrap this up. I really admire you. It takes guts to keep smiling after all you've gone through and still keep helping people. But you need to realize how much you're worth to me, Sayori. You're the only reason I've made it this far. An idea suddenly forms in my head. You remind me of a certain character in an anime that I really love and admire. Do you want to watch it with me?
Okay, that's what makes you happy.
I nod and ask her to leave the room while I change out of my pajamas. 5 minutes later, I call her back and find a DVD in my drawer. She puts it in the TV and we start watching. The heroine of the anime is very much like Sayori. She's selfless to a fault, but keeps getting into trouble all the time because of it. Much like Sayori, she tries to face all her enemies alone, and while she succeeds in overcoming many of them, the final trial is impossible to solve alone. She nearly dies as despair overcomes her. But finally, her friends reach out to her and help her realize how much she truly is worth. The heroine ends up becoming a stronger person and overcoming the final enemy in the series, of being formed from humanity's despair. I'm not sure what series that is, but I hope it's real. By the time we finish watching the anime, the sun has already gone down. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. We just had a whole emotional story. We just had Alex dreaming about his past with Sayori. Sayori told us why she feels so worthless all the goddamn time. And we just had a cute little moment where we basically watched Alex's life in an anime. But yeah. I hope that is anime. Oh, it's not. Save. Yeah. Save. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm really sorry about that little outtake with that, with me going to YouTube and finding the correct route. I just wanted to take care of that real quick, alright? I didn't know that there was another choice. So I'm sorry, but I was unprepared for that one. So the rest, that's not going to happen, okay? That's not going to happen. And if there's an unexpected choice, and I'll try to do the same for Yuri and Natsuki, I'll make the choice I feel is right. But I'll probably will look up the last choice though. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you loved it.